Hi guys, in the last 24 hours there's been an outbreak of coronavirus in Leicester, and there's been a bit of a battle between the mayor, who doesn't want to lock down the town, and the government who do. So let's hear what Boris Johnson had to say about it.
We are concerned about Leicester, we're concerned about any local outbreak, and I want to stress to people that, we are not out of the woods yet. It's very important. We're making these cautious, calibrated steps. We're opening as much of hospitality as we can on July the 4th, opening as much of the economy as we can. Some things, alas, still remain, closed until they can become COVID secure. But to make all that possible, we have to remain vigilant. We have to continue to do the basics, washing our hands and all that. Plus, we need to have local lockdowns and local wack-a-mole strategies where that's necessary.
He's treating it as if it's a joke. A whack-a-mole strategy. You can't have a whack-a-mole strategy. You need to have an organized approach to this. You're seeing a spike because you've ended the lockdown too early, or maybe it's been imported. I think it's probably the former. The UK seems to be still in the first wave. So the second wave is not a problem at the moment because the first wave has not yet finished. But the numbers have come down. But this outbreak in Leicester is extremely concerning because you're going to start to see more outbreaks, because even if you impose a lockdown now, people have been moving in and out of the city long before a lockdown has been imposed. So where have these infections spread to? It's highly possible that you're going to see spikes in other parts of the country within the next week or two. And you can't have a whack-a-mole approach. You need to have an organized approach to this, not some whack-a-mole strategy, like Boris Johnson is saying. You need to consider slowing down the easing of the lockdown. Is it a good idea to end everything on the 4th of July, to open up more and more on the 4th of July? I don't think it's a good idea. We're just days away from that. And this is the first spike you're going to see. And it's highly likely that there will be other spikes. Now, is the government willing to take a step back and say, maybe it's not a good idea to ease the lockdown so quickly? Or are they just going to attempt to, as Boris Johnson has said, use a whack-a-mole approach? Attempt to deal with this spike and then move on to the next spike. And just roll out the return to normality as he has promised before, irrespective of the number of spikes you're going to see. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. But I'm extremely worried about what's going to happen in the next number of weeks. Once again, because the approach is just to deal with spikes, not to actually look at the bigger picture here. Why not become a Patreon and enjoy access to our Discord server where we share news, chat, and have some fun? If you become a patron, you can also make video suggestions on topics that are important to you. Check it out via the link in the description.